years, our state has struggled to combat DWI and has created laws to try and keep drunk drivers off the road.
But tonight, in a Target 7 investigation, we're learning that many drivers are being allowed to hit the streets just moments after their arrest, and it's because law enforcement is not doing its job. It's a process that's supposed to keep our state safe, taking suspected drunk drivers off the road.
We found in research that swift, sure, and certain punishment would help deter.
It's done by taking away their driver's license for 6 months, even before they're convicted in a court of law.
You think of it as MVD giveth, MVD taketh away, because when you sign your license, you're implying your consent to obey all laws regarding driving.
Within 2 weeks after a suspected drunk driver is arrested, their license is suspended. That's unless they appear here to appeal and they come to argue the case.
That the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
This is a hearing where the officer tells what happened.
Occupants of that vehicle were throwing out alcohol bottles.
The suspect or his attorney can respond.
There were multiple witnesses that said a female was driving.
And eventually, a hearing officer will make a decision.
All of my decisions are made in writing, so I won't make a decision here today.
But many times the officer is not sitting in this seat. Target 7 has learned that in the past 2 years, law enforcement agencies across the state have failed to show up for these hearings 42% of the time.
If the officer doesn't show, the case gets dismissed, then as far as your driver's license is concerned, you are good to go.
That happened to more than 2,200 drivers, and they were let back on the road.
I get angry, I'm pissed, but the bottom line is I think I'm disgusted with the system that fails the community, because this is a system. Those officers work for someone. They work for me as a taxpayer.
Linda Atkinson is the director of the DWI Resource Center. She has fought to have strong laws.
It's a corrupt system, and that's what we're seeing unveiled with all of this.
Atkinson is referring to what is currently going on in Albuquerque, where the police department has a slightly worse rate of no-shows compared to the rest of the state. Nearly half of the time, officers did not show up for their hearings.
The Motor Vehicle Division, they basically bend over backward to accommodate officers in their schedule.
KOAT legal expert John Day says the court will allow the officer to reschedule if there's good reason.
The idea that officers are not showing up for these things certainly raises questions, because the rules are basically written to favor letting the officers have some leeway.
This comes while the FBI is currently investigating several now former APD DWI officers for their possible roles in accepting payouts to not appear in criminal court hearings. That's separate from them showing up when drivers are trying to drive while they await trial. Attorney Thomas Clear, whose home was searched, is also being investigated.
This case isn't just affecting the officers who are there under investigation. It's affecting every single member of this department who wears a badge.
Shortly after news broke, Police Chief Harold Medina held this news conference and acknowledged the problem might have spread to the suspension hearings.
We're looking also at the MVD process to automate it.
Just days before the news conference, the state's chief hearing officer sent this email to Medina, saying he did a review of the cases and, quote, noticed a significant pattern of those identified officers failing to appear under subpoenas in cases where Tom Clear was the attorney of record, and that first blush, this is well above the traditional officer no-show rate that occurs at our hearings.
Wow. So I'm curious, did they dig a little deeper? It sounds like he was going to be in contact with the FBI.
Target 7 went through court records. We looked at about 100 people who were able to get their licenses back after an APD officer failed to show up for their suspension hearings. We found 6 of them went on to get arrested again for DWI within months.
It's a very, very dangerous message to be putting out. Nothing will happen to you. You can drive drunk.
But Albuquerque is not the worst. Las Cruces police officers didn't show up to these hearings 83% of the time. And their colleagues at the Doña Ana County Sheriff's Office failed to appear 90% of the time. Santa Fe police missed only 7% of their hearings, the best in the state.
Is this a witness?
Yes.
Okay.
Albuquerque police said Chief Harold Medina was unavailable for comment. In an email, a spokesperson said the state now has a specific email address to send notices when an officer fails to attend a hearing. Since the change, 51 officers failed to show. Internal Affairs is investigating most of those cases to determine if the officer had legitimate reasons for not attending.